Hey guys, and welcome back to Infinity Skyblock Expert on the FTBOne server. A lot has changed. As you can see, the first thing that's changed is I have sand in these boxes, and we'll go over that in a second. But the other thing that's changed is that. And we'll get to that. We will. I promise, but we've got some things to discuss over here first. So I figured, well, it's kind of dumb just having it come out as gravel, right? Gravel blocks, because I'm going to want to reduce things down to sand anyway. So in kind of a mess of a situation, it now goes into a auto hammer from this point. So this one still diverts the non-crushables, the apatite, flint, coal, emerald, lapis and diamond away from this auto heavy sieve. The rest of the stuff though goes to the auto compressor, which then goes to an auto hammer. That auto hammer then goes basically, puts everything in a circle until it's reduced to a powder, and then the powder is turned into blocks. And the powder gets stored in the boxes. So that's pretty cool. I would have more in these, but I have done a lot of smelting recently. This is very important, and the reason why that is because there are 16 items that can be produced. No, not 16. 16 minus 6. There are 10 items that can be produced by this heavy sieve that goes into this cycle system. That those items have, from that point, those items have 3 different states. So that's 30 different items. There is not 30 slots here. You don't generally need 30 slots. There's also slots in here. But what I found is, using the transfer nodes can only have, obviously, 1 item in it, and it won't do anything with items that are waiting until it's able to get rid of whatever is in that slot. So we've got an item buffer from Ender.io that takes the extra, because that can push from any of these slots when available into here. Okay, but this is, as usual, well, this is all backed up. Why are you all backed up? Because flint has reached max. Yes, I knew this was going to happen. I haven't put void on any of these. And that is obviously a chunk-loaded operation. Maybe that should be the first thing we'll do, and then I'll discuss the rest of the changes around the base. Iron chests here. That's one thing to notice. So, upgrade. Oh, there's so many different things called an upgrade. But we want this one, which is any drawer and 8 sticks. I might not have enough sticks on hand. Let's see if we can do something about that. Got plenty of wood. Right. Cool. I will do other void ones, but for now we'll just do those 2. I've also made some traveler's gear, so now I have 2 action bars, and obviously this action bar has my most commonly used tools on it. So that's handy. I've also got traveler's gloves. They let me add haste to anything that I'm using. It's just passively adds haste wherever I can. Move those out. Okay, and 6 wood. Yeah, sorry about that. I just want to get this done before I keep explaining things. Great, void upgrade for Got to jump over that. That will hurt you if you land on it. Flint. Cool. So now everything will start clearing out of those drawers, and I'll put void on the others soon. There we go. Cool. See, this is what happens, by the way, because the flint had nowhere to go, but there was plenty of room for things like, well, there's not plenty for coal, I guess, but there's plenty of rooms for things like coal, diamond, emerald, lapis. It wasn't going to go anywhere because it was waiting to put flint somewhere. It's just the negative side effect of using nodes. Someone said use a draw controller, and you aren't wrong. But at the time of building this system, I actually didn't have the iron. Sorry, not a draw controller, compressing drawers. I didn't have the iron necessary to do 16 compressing drawers. So, I mean, this works at the end of the day, and it works well, so, you'll see we have 528 blocks of iron now. I have some serious steel, and more importantly, somewhere around here, maybe in here, no, this one, yes, we have some blocks. We'll get to what those are for very soon. I also have 5 IE coke ovens producing coke. These pull the coke out, the creosote oil out, which, because of the way that this routing system works, it tries to go into this tank first, and then if it can't, it goes into a nullifier. Because we've currently got a full tank over here, and I wanted some way to keep the coke flowing in. Not the coke, the creosote, I keep doing that. But it means that I can make as much coal coke as I need to, as fast as I need to, and that's a good thing. This is also bigger because I needed to be able to put a stack in at a time. That was handy. This is still making steel. This is basically defunct now. Let's see what else. We have vats because I needed rocket fuel, because I needed plastic. Why did I need plastic? I needed plastic for a couple of things, which I can't actually remember off the top of my head. One of them is this crossbow, called a crossbow. I wanted to make a crossbow because I just felt like having one. I have replaced the underside of the crucibles with pyrotheum so that it goes a lot faster. This is now 5 times, and the one directly over the source block is 7. Let's see what else. Yeah, so plastic, just to show you why I need 2 vats. To make plastic, you need rocket fuel. To make rocket fuel, you need hooch. And to make hooch, that's what the first vat does. It makes it out of potatoes and sugar. Okay? What else? What else? What else? Right. Made a quantum emission decompiler. Well, actually a QED. This changes names whenever you... Oh. It's not doing it. I thought it was whenever you looked at it again, but apparently not. I wanted a QED so I could compact down the generators. The QED I actually was planning on making a long time ago, and for the longest time sitting in here I had an ender resonant version of a machine frame. Reason being is if I go and try and... if I show you the QED recipe, it demands a resonant machine frame. Nothing else. And in order to make one of those, it's not actually that bad. It's the same except a emerald chipset and an enderium gear, and that's not actually that terrible. Let's see what else is over this side. These ender chests here, by the way, they've been sitting around for a while. They were made around about the same time I made that resonant machine frame. They are, as well as the ender pouches, they are for once we start our logistics system over there. Just thinking, I'm sure I had some other stuff over here. Almost certainly. Oh, I made a resonant satchel, finally, so that I could fit all my tools. That's a big deal. So there's the extra tools, the ones that aren't on my second hotbar. Made an electromagnet. That was fun. I told you about the gloves and the belt. I'm certain there was something else. This is terrible. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe I'm imagining things. Alright, well, we'll go over here first then. I actually fell off and died. Or rather, what actually happened was, when I put the pyrotheum down, I lit on fire, and then I went over here, and I tried to get myself in the water, which should be a very simple operation. Simply fly over here, break the cobble, and jump in the water. For some reason, things were going very strangely, and whenever the fire hurt me, I would like be punched up in the air, as if I was jumping, and I ended up burning to death, like standing right here, because I wasn't able to break the cobble. And that put me over here, because I moved the bed, and that put me over here without any items whatsoever. So I had to break these quite clear glass windows, because they're like the only thing that you can, as you can see by Walia up there, they're currently harvestable. They're the only thing this building is made of, or anything in this building is made of, that will give me the block if I break them with a fist. So I knocked out all the windows and had to path my way across again. It was a very horrible time. You can see that there's the pencil bridge down there because I'm wearing the pencil glasses. And for the longest time I was trying to jump off and reach it, and I'm sure I can actually reach this. Which I can. I can probably also reach that with a normal jump, but for some reason I just couldn't get that bridge at all. I died like 6 times trying to get it. That's before I smashed out the windows and built a bridge. So, the elephant of this episode is the biodome. As you can see in there, I've got some plants already. The biodome is how we are going to set up plants and trees and things in the future. There may not be enough space in here for everything that we ever do with trees and plants and whatever else, but that obviously I've been building things with a modular idea in mind, so you can just knock out one of these 3 wide spaces and build another dome or room or whatever. So yeah, that's cool. So over here we have industrial hemp, we have sugarcane, and we have pumpkins, and as usual, because I'm a terrible person, I have forgotten the name of this person who suggested it, and I never write these things down. It's a terrible habit, but pumpkins are a really good source of seed oil, and at the end of the day these pumpkins are going to be more than enough for it, but we're not going to use the pumpkins. For now, I'm still going to try and use industrial hemp, just because I kind of want to. It's not an efficiency thing, it's better than the rest. It is literally, hemp seeds do give you the most per hemp seed, but they grow really slow when they're not 10-10-10 agricraft crops. So these at the end of the day are better because each pumpkin, you get 4 pumpkins per crop, and each pumpkin is 4 seeds. So that's like 10 stacks, I think, from these 20 pumpkin crops give you 10 stacks of pumpkin seeds, which is more than this will ever give. But let's go downstairs, because this is why this thing is so tall. It has an underside so that automation can be easily built underneath. Obviously, things that I'm interested in doing with these builds and why we're making things so tidy is because I would like to make efficient builds. I'm always into efficient builds. I'm not a big fan of dire wire or even Soren wire, believe it or not. I find both of them to be very untidy. I like to be very efficient. So Up here we have a Omni buffer. This Omni buffer provides both power and inventory to the backside of the MFR harvester, which exists over here. This MFR harvester has a iron upgrade, which is exactly the right size, and I can show you by getting out the precision hammer, which is exactly the right size for a 9x9 crop. Okay, so 9x9 harvester harvests the agricraft crops, not the agricraft crops, sorry, the industrial hemp. It even takes the tops off them first, which is the most efficient way to harvest the hemp, because both of these blocks give you something. You'll only get one set of resources if you knock out the bottom one first, but you'll get 2 sets of resources if you knock off the top and then the bottom. This harvester does that. It then has a pipe leading down to a, underneath here is a liquid trash can. That liquid trash can gets rid of the sludge, because I have no reason for sludge. We could make a sludge boiler, but I don't really have a use for the stuff that the sludge boiler makes, not on a Skyblock map anyway. So once the harvester has harvested the crops, it's obviously going to produce hemp and hemp seeds. The hemp seeds are prioritized via these conduits. This is 0, this is -1. You can also see this has a whitelist so that nothing else goes in there, specifically hemp. So this gets fed first. It always ensures there's going to be 2 stacks of hemp seeds in there just in case, and I've blocked the rest of these slots with sticks. Once the planter is satisfied, which also has an iron upgrade by the way for that 9x9, that goes into the item buffer. The item buffer then starts collecting the hemp. Now this is the bit we haven't yet determined, right? This is the end of the line in terms of things here, and this is hopefully what we're going to solve this episode, and this episode might go on a bit longer because of this long explanation of what I've been doing over the last couple of days. So right now any extra seeds goes into the item buffer as well as all the hemp. The hemp then gets put into this oak drawer, which has a void on it. This drawer is a stand-in for whatever sorting system we have in the future, but for right now it's a void drawer. So it will take like 2048 hemp, I think, before it starts trashing anything more than that. But we will never have hemp block up the system. This will then collect any of the hemp seeds that we have, and the idea is that we now transport from this item buffer to wherever we're going with the hemp seeds for now. And for now, because we don't have that item sorting system yet, I'm thinking of a direct route that goes straight over to this building for now. That also hooks into the bit that we have to do today, which is the sugarcane. Now, unlike standard crops, you do not need a harvester for agricraft. So the only thing we need underneath this sugarcane is a planter. Sorry, other way around. The only thing we need here is a harvester, not a planter. So we have to put a harvester in, and that's fine, and we can do that the same way with the Omni buffer on the back. But instead of a planter, all of the results from this will be being sent somewhere, so we won't need this kind of junction that I've got going on with the item buffer in the conduits. Now, the other thing about these conduits is we probably won't be using item conduits over here, because item conduits are ridiculously expensive. The only reason I've used them here is because I wanted to feed a power line across the same route to keep things tidy between the planter and the Omni buffer. So from there, and also in saying that, hello zombie, I've still got a couple of patches in here, I think, which count as unlit. I can't see them even if I put F7 on. For some reason IE blocks don't actually show the crosses. I don't actually need this here. I could have used a Ender-IO pipe, but I wanted to keep the industrial theme that we got going, so I wanted an excuse to put a pipe in here. I figured that's fair enough. Right, are we up to date then? I suppose you guys will probably want a decent look at the dome now that I have done with talking. It simply uses the same theme that the other buildings are using, but it's been expanded to include a little bit of wood in the roof rather than just all lead, and this big giant glass dome, which is using my favourite kind of rusted block from Chisel, as well as quite clear glass. I think it looks quite good as a spherical shape can look in Minecraft anyway. I think it looks reasonably nice. So there you go. That is the biodome. And I've also set up these skyhook tracks. I'm not using them because I have a jetpack, but I imagine once we've got more of a base to skyhook around that we won't need a jetpack to get around in, we'll start using the skyhooks. Oh yeah, and I think the one thing that I forgot to mention with my whole story of falling off is I have finally put a spare skyhook in there in case something like that ever happens again. Right, and the last thing I didn't talk about was that we now have a roof here. We've also got HV lines hooked up in here, which I've got an HV battery currently charging over at the main base. So, oh yeah, that's the thing I didn't mention over here. Right, I built a HV transformer to an HV capacitor. There you go. That's the thing. That is the thing. So let's go hook that up actually, because we will need that soon. I've also spent some time off camera making sure we had some biodiesel and stuff ready for today, because the other thing we're going to want to do is not only sort out item transport from the biodome, but also we want to sort out power over to the biodome so that we don't have to rely on things like this battery. So we're going to hook you up, and that 4 million can go towards powering these things. Isn't that nice? So we have a little bit of spare ethanol in there, a little bit of spare plant oil in here. This is all stocked up, and this is completely full of biodiesel. I have replaced all the levers with the more fancy looking breaker switches. These are actually intended for breaking power lines, but you can use them as switches anyway. This one is inverted, so this machine is always on when this is closed. On the other hand, these are not inverted, so that when these are... Let me start again. This is always on by default, so if this was in a normal state, turning this on would turn this off. I have inverted this so that it stays on in the on state and turns off in the off state. Okay. These, on the other hand, are not inverted, so that this is pulling through this pipe in the on state. That's the standard behavior. So these generate a redstone signal when they're turned on, basically, or the opposite, depending how you've set them. And you set them using the engineer's hammer. Okay, with everything out of the way, that took 24 minutes according to my audio recording. We can get on with something on the episode. So we are looking to... First things first, I think we set up the harvester, the second harvester that we require. So a MFR harvester requires that it is made of a machine chassis, 2 plastic sheets, a Z-Logic controller, a couple of dark axes, some gold and some shears. So a Z-Logic controller is pretty easy. Let's grab some soul sand. Let's grab some gold. Let's fly over here. See, everything is so far apart at the moment and kind of in a mess and a shambles that I have to jetpack everywhere. We won't be jetpacking everywhere eventually, so we won't need a jetpack really. Might do for construction stuff, but it won't be, you know, that constant fixture. Soul sand, zombie head, need a piece of redstone. I'm really low in redstone. It's mostly because I've been taking redstone but not harvesting it over at the crops. Z-Logic controller, silicon, right. Let's go over here. Oh, yeah, I stuck an item buffer on here. Item buffers are amazing. Wait, what did I do? Oh. That was accidental. For some reason in my head I thought that was the slice and splice. Okay. It is not the slice and splice. So give me those. This is the slice and splice. Funny thing about the slice and splice in expert mode is it's 1 axe per operation. It's really annoying. I'm sure if I used a stronger axe, I would find that it wasn't just 1 axe, but it's 1 iron axe per operation. So we'll have to make an invulnerable axe later on. One of those unstable ingot axes. But that is a long way away, I think. Right, that handles you. Need the machine chassis. So we take one of you. Eat some bacon. I'm walking places that I shouldn't be. I need 2 of you and 4 of you and 8 signalium nuggets. That'll do. That's you, and that's you, and that's you. So that takes care of that. And 2 aluminum and 4 iron bars. Do I have the iron bars? I do. And I'm pretty sure I have the aluminum as well. I do. Sound like I'm getting married. Not quite. 30 and still not married. Well, 29 and still not married. Shouldn't get ahead of myself. I should be proud of being still in my 20s. So dark iron is, I can't remember, I think it's obsidian and coal. Steel and obsidian would work. Yeah, coal dust, obsidian and iron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 coal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stick this in the pulverizer. Oh yeah, I made a clay thing. This is why there's a mess of like pipes and stuff. This simply, if I put sand in here, turns into dust, goes into this water barrel, which then pulls it out and into there. I needed the clay for all the coke bricks that I was making. You're pulverizing. Now I need to get some obsidian. Still getting used to the whole tool belt thing. Right, I'll be back because this is the annoying part. And 6 obsidian. Give me... What? Apparently I had some pulverized obsidian lying around. That was very confusing. Obsidian, pulverized coal, iron. Put it in that order because I wasn't sure if anything was going to happen if I put the iron in first accidentally. Who knows? Somebody probably knows actually. Okay, that might take a while, so let's get on with the other things. We need 2 plastic, which means I need 4 sawdust. I need rocket fuel. And I need to cook some plastic. Well, I need to cook some rubber into plastic. So you come with me. You're still working on that. You won't be in a second. Here we go. Please give me the Z-Logic controller, thank you. 2 gold was needed. Give me that and that. So, rocket fuel. Yeah, this is a weird plastic recipe, but that's expert mode for you. So we're going to have 2 plastic sheets, 6 dark steel. I forgot to get the wood for the handle. I'm absolutely certain that was correct. It's not semi-shapeless, obviously. So gold, sheen chassis, you go there and that, and then shears, easy enough. Can even do it in my own crafting square. Harvester! That was fun. Now we need to make electrical steel. So we need 8 of it. Yep. We need silicon. 8 of that. It's 4 electrical steel per buffer, and we're making an item buffer and a power buffer, which is why we need 8. So in you go, and then we're going to need to make, oh, that's wrong. We need to go in there. We need to make another thingy. So 4, 2, and 8. You sit right there. 2 lumium. Good. Deals with you. I need another 8 of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can count. Give me that. And now we wait for electrical steel. I'll be right back. Okay, electrical steel get. I need 8 of you for a chest. So, chest, electrical steel, ingots, item buffer, electrical buffer, omni buffer. Brilliant. Let's go place these. Hello, Spidoo. I can hear you up there, as well as the skeleton. Maybe I should have placed the harvester first. That. Cool. Right, because we don't... Yeah. Yep. Everything makes sense. We're accessing the buffer, not the harvester. So that's here. Cool. So, for this part, we will use... down here. We will use thermal expansion power item ducts. I'm not sure what they're called quite. We're not going to use the item conduits because, of course, they are ridiculously expensive. We are going to use thermal expansion, thermodynamics, not flux ducts, not fluid ducts, flux plated, super laminar. What do you do? Transfer fluids. Item duct, dense item, vacuum, Impulse, no, 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 no. Where are you? Where are the powered item ducts? Fluctuating item ducts, transfers items, transfers redstone flux. Yeah. So it's probably these we want. Dense. Vacuum. So all these seem very similar. Except those are opaque. So we definitely want the fluctuating item ducts. So we will need normal item ducts, which is hardened glass, which is lead and obsidian dust. We'll just make as much as we can at the moment, to be honest, because I keep running into situations where I need it. That's your job. And then we need to put destabilized redstone in there. Are you clear? You are. Let's go harvest some redstone. And again, I'm not going to do the math on how much we need. We're just going to stick a stack in there and hope it's enough. Should be. Should be more than enough, actually. Bam. Okay, and what else do we need for the item ducts? Tin plates, do I have some left? I have 4. We're going to need more of you, and it's specifically, I've run into this problem before, it is specifically IC2 tin plates, annoyingly, and you can't convert tin plates between each other, so we have to make them in the metal former. So that's fun. How's everyone doing? You're making 1 more? Yeah. Okay, you're done. Can't be bothered clearing that out right now. Glass, tin plates. Let's grab a couple more of these. Literally. And get these covered in destabilized redstone. There you go. Now we have fluctuating item ducts. Brilliant. We don't actually need that many. We need normal item ducts more than we need these, but whatever. We'll let this run because they could be useful elsewhere. Good. I only need like 2 of these actually, because we're going to underneath here we're going to connect each section via using a an IE electrical connector rather than wiring everything solidly like this. So in this case, do I have one on me? I don't. But imagine this is an IE electrical connector, right? It's probably going to just sit under here and have the wire connecting across, and then wherever we put power into this room. Cool. So that's that. We'll go get normal item ducts now, because we should have a few tin plates ready. Oh, wow. Alright, I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I have a couple of servos and 42 item ducts, which I don't think is enough. So we're going to have to get some obsidian dust somehow for some more hardened glass, since that is the problem area. But these should hook up just fine, and we want a servo here. And this reinforced servo will be ignored. And we should be good. We should be good. So the best way to test that, I guess, is let us go over here. Just going to grab that battery that's in here, because that's what I built it for, after all. Now I should be able to place you just here. You're set to input. Wait, you're on my other toolbar. Set you to output. I said output. Excuse me. I'm trying to use a carpenter's hammer. I am the best sometimes. Okay, so you are transporting. You do have RF, which means if we come up here, you should be harvesting, and you are. Look at that. We're going to need an iron upgrade for you. That's fine. And you will have sugarcane in you. Brilliant. The real problem is that we can't test that duct here. I need a chest to see if the servo is working. I've never actually used the servo system since thermal exchange changed to the servo system, because I've always been a conduit fanatic, so I've kind of always found an excuse not to use it. Wood, because I need to make a chest. But we need to know that it's going to pull out and put into the chest. I'm actually wondering if I need the servo at all, because I think the buffer might be able to push out in there. You're going to start transporting them down? Yes, you are. Cool. Now, so you're going to go in there, so we know the system works just fine. It's receiving power, it's able to send the items from the harvester into the chest. So we know that's great, and I'm not going to bother checking whether I need a servo or not. I'm just going to go make an iron upgrade. You're all happy. Okay. Good to know. I'll tell you what, while I'm here, I may as well just hook this up to the other one and get that going. There you go. Oh. Maybe not. That's input, output. Great. So now we should start seeing this get harvested. And we do. All gone and all replanted. How much extra hemp seeds did we get for that? We got 57. So from a full crop we get under a stack. So that's where I'm thinking why we might change to pumpkins later, is because of stuff like that. So, what am I doing? Looking at you to seek a reminder for what I am doing. I came over here for something, and that something is what? Iron upgrade. Iron upgrade. Alright, maybe just upgrade. Yep. Upgrade iron. Oh, I see. Raw plastic. Need 2 of you. Already had. Look. You go in there. I'll take 2. Thank you very much. I need 3 of you. I need 1 of you and 3 of you. Please turn that into raw plastic. Thank you. Iron, plastic, gold, redstone. We're also going to have to make a liquid doohickey over there to allow the sludge to be channeled out. Why did I come down here? I need to get at the harvester. There you go. Now you can do the whole thing. Brilliant. No need for a planter on EgoCraft crops. So, we'll dig you out in preempting the liquid trash can. Fly over here. Another chest worth of wood. 5 cobble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Three stone. That should do a basic trash can. And then I have spare buckets for days because of something that I can't remember. And we have a liquid trash can. And I need some pipes. 2 of, in fact. I know I have spare pipes. There they are. Okay. And a steel scaffold. Good. So pipe. Oh. Pipe, scaffold. And we come down here, find our pipe. This is hempcrete, by the way, if you hadn't noticed. And trash can. And now they are brothers. They look exactly the same for all intents and purposes. And no sludge. So that has successfully emptied you out. Cool. And you are empty because... oh. Because this will have all of our sugarcane. Right. So now we have both crops producing and exporting their goods correctly. So now we have to join them into kind of like one export chain. And I'm thinking like right through here, actually. And go across for now. It depends where its permanent home is. This is the nice thing about this, because it's going to be semi-modular in that way, is that we'll be able to change it later. But for now, it's going to come out here and can be changed easily, but that's going to go straight out and into the respective places over in this room here. So whatever we do here is going to be kind of messy. I'm going to make another item buffer though, because those are excellent joining points. No, we don't have to make 2 item buffers. Another item buffer, sorry. We only have to make... Let's go back here for a second. If I take our item ducts, lead them across. Oh, they're going to have to be... because of this. The hempcrete is stopping the sand coming down. This one can be along here. Okay. You're going to get broken for now. I don't know what that's going to do to these. They're just going to bounce back. Okay, that's good. I'm going to go dump these in the squeezer, fermenter. What? So I have some inventory room. Don't want to waste the sugarcane though. Okay. See, I could just remove the hempcrete and put the pipes along the top there. because the sand would cover the pipes. But then I've got to come down one. No, I don't. Okay, yeah, we'll do it like that. We'll just carve a thing here. It'll pop off those plants, but we can just put them back eventually. Yes, yes. Water everywhere. I'll put one U here. We'll grab some sand. Put you right there. We'll stop that being a problem. Now we can break you. Put you there. And the same again. And quickly go upstairs. And if you're wondering why I'm using the oldie, oh, that's entirely useless. Why am I doing that? If you're wondering why I'm using the oldie water in the middle of the crop, it's because the aircraft sprinklers are only 5x5. From what I understand, the Angracraft sprinklers actually speed up growth anyway, but so I don't know what's better. Is a 9x9 at normal speed better than a 5x5 at slightly sped up? I'm not sure. But I've built it for a 9x9 anyway, so we're going to go with that. Okay. So we actually have one less fluctuating item duct. And that connects you there. Let's fix the crop. Sand, sand, crossbow. No, no one was behind me, it just sounded like it. And back you guys go in here. Thank you. You'd never know it was there unless you look directly down from the water. Whoa! Oh my... I haven't creeper protected this yet. So that was bad. That's a good sign actually. Let's just do that, shall we? Right. Now it's creeper protected. Or should be. They seem to be coming in from downstairs and like climbing down off this. So I'll do something about that eventually. I just don't want to have like torches scattered everywhere. I've got ideas about how I can better light things up more subtly, but we'll see about that. Okay. So, let's lead from you. I do have a second servo. We need to disconnect that. Getting confused between my bars again. I will get used to that. And then once I'm used to that, I'll be sad when I don't have it anymore. Right. I think that works. And where's that servo? Here it is. So, you have industrial hemp seeds. You have sugarcane. And if I stick a chest on the end of this, it should give me both. Hover, please. There we go. So we should start seeing hemp seeds move through, sugarcane move through. But the question is, what happens at this junction? Is it like Buildcraft? Will I have to do something about it? Or is it smarter than that? Ooh, the suspense. These will be eventually replaced with something faster. They don't actually need to be faster. That's the thing. When a server is running 24/7, it doesn't really matter. Sugarcane went to the right place. Hemp seeds went to the right place, so it is intelligent. That is nice to know. Good. So, I'm going to have to take some time. This will be FTB the movie. Give me this stuff. You squeeze that. You ferment that. Yes, I know you're out of power. Good. So I'm going to be very, very short on pipes. I have 5. So I'm going to take a moment here after I've put these down. 1, 2, 3. I guess 1 below. Because these are, the bottom of this is the same height as the bottom of that. I made sure of that. So this building is actually taller. Rather than just kind of proportional. It's not proportionally bigger. It's like, I think you get what I mean anyway. So, okay, I'll be back while I make some more item ducts. Okay, servos in hand. I also have an item buffer because I went and I extended this and I had to make more item buffers, but I've used my very expensive item conduits, what few I had left. I have a couple more sitting around in the chests back home, but you're on insert, you're on insert. I stick an item buffer in between you. Let's turn these to extract always. Extract always. Now, those don't have a filter on them yet. So, let's actually turn you off for now. Okay, and you are going to have a redstone signal just in case something funky happens, but as slightly misaligned as you are, we should now start seeing items flow again. Slowly, slowly, but we have some filters to make, so it shouldn't be too horrific. There should be items at the destination by the time we're done. So that's moving. I don't think there was any more seeds to go across because oh, maybe there should be some seeds. Yes, there are. There are some seeds moving across. So those should all go find their lovely little destination. Way across the way. That's going to take a while. So those will get to the item buffer and that's fine. In the meantime, we need to make 2 Ender IO item filters. Item filter. To make them is 2 hoppers, 2 hoppers, 8 paper. 10 iron, 16 wood, and 8 paper, to be exact. Ooh. Apparently I need to make some more paper, but that's fine. We have almost infinite... What am I doing? We have almost infinite sugarcane. 2 basic item filters. Brilliant. Have you guys arrived at the destination yet? I doubt it. Oh, that's slow. That's fine. Once the things actually start flowing, it'll be flowing forever and ever and never stop. So, well, that's not true because we need to sort out the power situation as well. I need one of you. Whitelist. Now, I do need a hemp seed. Somehow. I think the way I'm going to do that is I'll just break this. Excuse me? Want to run by me by that? You want to run that by me again? Is the harvester stealing it? I guess it might be. I guess it might be. Fine then, I'll just take it from here. And items should have arrived by now. Now, I will have something tidier in mind for the pipes here eventually, but again, this isn't necessarily going to be the permanent way that things go, because we're going to have an item sorting situation eventually. So now, with those things properly filtered, we can turn you on to always. We can turn you on to always. And we can turn you on to always. You should be emptying out. You are. Oh, that empties out slower than I would like. That's fine. It's fast enough for the way things are going right now. You'll be receiving sugarcane. That's the other danger of this situation, because they are going through a combined route. If this backs up with sugarcane and that backs up with sugarcane, then this won't be getting hemp, so we might separate the paths eventually as well, just to ensure that they always get what they need. But that'll be something that gets done once the item sorting is situated. How you doing? The hemp seed's gone. Are they already gone? No. Why aren't you pulling out? Extract, always. Well. Why have you not emptied? What's the deal here? Whitelist hemp. Extract, always. You wanna explain that? Oh, this isn't set to... There we go. Off it goes. Alright, cool. See, we're already getting another massive delivery of sugarcane. So sugarcane is likely to clog up the system at this point. But we have diesel. I mean, we have plants from our giant biodome coming across, being harvested and sent to the appropriate systems. I'll have to do something about the backstocking eventually. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that just yet, but I'll think about that between episodes. Next episode, we're going to set up the diesel generator now that we finally have the infrastructure to support it, and that also means wiring up the power so that we don't have to run around with spare batteries everywhere. So, thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.